What's up, Rim Team? This is the infamous Living Rim Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I miss you so much, guys. I kind of been delaying, the past 24 hours on, uploading videos on the proper time and whatnot, but it's okay. Just know that I'm always refilling with information and getting more information and reading and watching videos and listening to seminars while I'm doing exercises and all that good stuff in the meantime. So I definitely gonna keep you updated with the latest insights and the latest media and everything that's going on, guys, in the whole wide world, including inside your own brain and how the world affects that and your environment affects that. But anyway, we are on the maximum focus challenge. So this video ties into us being on the maximum focus challenge as Rim team members, and it's very, very important that we learn how to control our minds, that we learn how to control our temple, our mind. I was listening to a podcast this morning and it was talking about how neurons, eat the most energy in the body than anything else. Neurons in your brain, right? I was like, how is that possible? And it was going on. Anyway, make a long story short, it's very important that we get into a state of consciousness. Remember what I said, state of consciousness, to where we now control how our thoughts process itself. Because I can remember once upon a time, man, my brain was just doing all kind of stuff and I was just following whatever it was telling me to do. Like when certain thoughts popped up, I would argue with myself. Like, I would get mad at something that happened 3 days ago because my memory was telling me something 3 days ago, and I'm like, I can't remember, God. Yeah, I'm having conversations with myself as if I'm reliving the past. But it takes time. As time goes on and on your journey, you will begin to realize that the more you master your thoughts, your mind, your thought life, the more you will realize how this thing up here works. And it's really so simple, but it's at the same time, it's kind of difficult because personally, I don't know if you, but I assume since we're like-minded individuals in the same boat, but we wasn't raised to control our thoughts and our minds. I wasn't raised on positive energy. All I saw was drama everywhere. So, we have to renew our minds, and that's why I always refer to scripture, because it talks about prayer in there. And this is gonna be a whole nother video on down the line. I'm gonna explain the power of prayer, like in a few videos down the line. I just actually looked at the title in a book or some subtitle in a book, and it was talking about prayer and stuff and a real way to pray and all this and that. Very good information, guys, and I know that y'all gonna love it because it's just so many people are misled. It's not that people want to do the wrong thing. It's just that they are misled on how to do it and how to get from point A to point B, and it all starts up here. So with that being said, how to have maximum focus, and focusing on the things that only you should be doing on your journey. And that's very important because so many times you could get roadblocked to take a detour route. That's just life. That's just life. That's just the rapid fire of how things shoot at you all at one time, because you were so focused, and then something negative starts to come throw itself at you, and it tries to throw you off your rocket. It's not really trying to throw you off your rocket. It's just life. And so it causes you, it tests you to handle your thoughts, handle your emotions, control your reactions. I was just writing to somebody on Facebook just now. I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube, who actually spoke up and let their voice be heard. And it was talking about a situation, and I was telling them, like, well, that's what matters the most, your reaction. It's not what someone is necessarily doing to you. It's how you react, because you can let all kind of stuff get to you. It just takes you getting good at the way you react, because when you change the way you react, the person that you're reacting towards sees this change, or they probably not even caring about a change because they're probably unconscious. You're aware, you're conscious of all the things that you're doing because you're trying to control your life. You're trying to have control over your mind and control the way your mind thinks, because you're only supposed to be thinking thoughts of good things, thoughts of noble thoughts, thoughts of greatness. And so this person who's expecting you to respond, in a negative fashion, because they projected it out in a negative way, they're expecting to get that negative response back, but never give them that negative response back, because what that does in return is just keep the cycle circulating, that negative energy circulating, and your whole objective is to get out of that cycle. That's why it's so important to focus only on the things that you are designed to do on your journey. From time to time you might find yourself getting sidetracked because your attention span wants to focus on this, because it seems so much more important than what you have going on in your life. Or you might want to study this person's life, and I do that from time to time too. Sometimes I find myself, looking up to people and getting information from role models, and just looking at people like Tony Robbins and Les Brown and all those good speakers and stuff like that, and just really expunging in all the things that they're telling, to their viewers and listeners and stuff like that. But at the same time, I have to catch myself, because you're not him and you're not her. So you have to realize that your journey is specifically supposed to be only for you. And you can't get, you can't get a misunderstanding of how you are supposed to go about your journey. Now, your journey is unique. So in the front, at the beginning, it will seem like you're doing some weird stuff. Like, it will seem like whatever you want to do, it will seem like it's not normal, because a lot of people want to agree with you on your journey. When you got that max focus, you focused on the thing that you want to bring out of your heart. It might seem like you don't have the necessary steps to get there. It might seem like you don't know where to go. You don't know who to talk to, because it's so peculiar. It's so unique. Like, you are such a unique person. So, and your journey is unique. And you business owners out there, this is your niche. If you want to be the next YouTube person or something like that, who puts out positive videos or whatever your channel is going to be about, you have to realize it's your niche. So it takes you believing in yourself and having maximum focus on your journey to say, hey, it's just me. If you don't like me, cool. You don't gotta like me. You can go ahead, kick rocks, because they're going to become people that come to me. They're going to be people that come to you that like you for who you are. And that's life. Like, everywhere you go, you're gonna find somebody. Sometimes they're gonna notice your style and they're gonna be attracted to it. And I spoke on this a long time ago in one of my recent videos a while back. I highly advise you to go try to find that video. Good luck, because it's like over 400 some videos. But anyway, make sure you subscribe. But anyway, because we have new videos uploading every day, 24 hours. But anyway, I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm just playing with you. But anyway, yes, it's very important that you realize, hey, no matter what, I'm always gonna be me. And when you feel like this, when you feel this, I want to say egotistical, but it's more like a confidence feeling and believing in yourself type feeling, but it's a little bit ego too, because you have to have that, because that is a part of you, especially the higher self ego, not the lower self, that tells you all the bad things about you. So I'm talking about the person that tells you, the intuition that tells you how great you really are. When you listen to this person, the spirit inside of you will say, forget them. I'm gonna do me. And that's how it's supposed to be, but not necessarily that egotistical. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to come off like you are egotistical. You don't want to come off hard with it. You want to make sure that you're keeping a fine balance of respect for persons around you and stuff like that at the same time. Now that's a little different. That's a little tricky, but the more practice you do on believing in yourself, the more your business will grow, the more you will understand what you're placed here for in this world on your journey, the more you have focus on the things that you want to do, because you know why? Because more people will flock to you. You'll have more people that love you because you're being you, but if you're living a lie, if you're living like the next superstar that you've been looking up to for the longest, if you're trying to live off the lyrics of your favorite artist, if you're trying to be like the next Martin Luther King, or if you're trying to be the next Martha Stewart or the next Angelina Jolie and trying to go get your lip, all pumped up and stuff, you're not really having fulfillment. You're not going to be fulfilled to continue on through that journey because you're not being real and it's not passionate. It's not passionate, and I'm not going to hold you long, but I'm going to end it off with this example. If you don't watch basketball, I do sometimes. I don't watch it either. But anyway, there's this guy. His name is Steph Curry. He plays for the Golden State Warriors, and he just started killing the NBA, because he just really got big all of a sudden in the past 2 years. But Steph Curry has a great 3-point shot. I mean, it's like every time he shoots it, he in the 3-point range, he makes it, and it's like natural, and it's so quick you can't even block it. Like the way he does it, it's like boom, it's like gone. Like he don't even set up and take time to fix his arch or nothing. He just boom, and it's in there. Like that's a talent. But at the same time, he's a good player now. But there are many good players in the NBA that are just as good as Steph Curry. Now, what makes Steph Curry such a great basketball player is not the fact that he's a skilled basketball player, because many basketball players they're in the NBA, all of them are good. Even the ones on the bench is better than you and anybody that you know or have met in your whole life. Okay, so Steph Curry, what makes him great, at ball playing all around 360 is the simple fact that he has passion behind his playing skills. Ever since he was a little boy, he grew up wanting to play basketball, just like his father, Dale Curry. Dale Curry is Steph Curry's father, who was in the NBA as well. And so this little boy grew up with the desire and the passion and the ambition to want to be a ball player. Now he's still a ball player, but the thing that makes him better, the thing that makes him better than the next basketball NBA player is because he grew up like that. Now, not to say that any NBA player didn't grow up wanting to play basketball, but his passion is probably a little bit more heightened than the next man because of the simple fact that his daddy was in the NBA. See what I'm saying? So, passion, perspiration. When you have that passion because you're doing you're believing in yourself. That's what I meant to say. You're believing in yourself more because you realize you can't be in anybody else but you. When you start to put that out into the universe and it starts to come back to you in results of everybody liking you, or you just feeling good, you're feeling positive, feeling charged, you're feeling motivated, that's gonna take you to the next level on your journey, and then that's gonna pull out more things in you that you never knew about yourself than before. Okay, and that's gonna influence your gift into the world, and you're gonna flourish more and more and learn more about what you don't like and what you do like. That way you can focus only on the things that you do like. So I hope you understood that, guys. I'm Trenius, and it's the infamous Living Realm Network. Divine power's always working for us because we got it. We're trying to do right. Make sure you speak up, let your voice be heard. Leave a nice comment at the very bottom in the comment section. Oh yeah, and I will be back outside in nature making videos. I just been trying to take on the process of making sure that I get my exercise in and my health right and stuff like that. So I'm outside, but I'm overheated too at the same time. So I'm just going through this exercise phase and this very strict diet phase, guys. And I'm working at the same time. So it's like I want to get home and go straight to this, but I don't really want to go back outside, not unless I'm exercising. You know what I'm saying? So just bear with me. My life is shifting right now, to help me do the things that I love to do because I'm focused on my journey. Okay, so I hope you understood that, guys. Is that enough examples? Anyway, I love y'all. Make sure you share some of this content. In the meantime, peace.
This far, don't stop now. Reaching for a distant star. Don't stop now. Isn't it strange how we're safe and home? So that I counting days until the second call. If you're gonna make a change, you have to let me know. Turn this shit around, just start to top the youngs. It's all you need to do.